Who versus whom? Okay, so a very specific grammar topic, so I'll definitely talk about this. Who versus whom? So something you'll see on both the SAT and the ACT, more the ACT, but definitely good to know if you're doing both tests. So when do you use which, when do you use, well, when do you use who, when do you use whom? So who is going to be used when you're referring to subjects, so particularly doers of action, whereas whom you're going to use when you're referring to objects, in other words, targets of action. So let's go through some examples because that's really the best way to do it. I sent out a letter to the people who volunteered for tomorrow's party. So the question is this correct? Is it who? Or should it be whom? And here's how you decide. First thing you do is you look at who and you ask, whom is who referring to? To whom? And it's referring to the people, right? The people who volunteered for the party. And then you ask yourself, okay, were the people the doers of this action? Were they the ones who volunteered? Or were they the targets of the action? Did someone volunteer them? And in this case, they're the ones who volunteered. They are the subjects. They are the people who did this action. They are the ones who volunteered. Therefore, we use who. I sent out a letter to the people who we invited to the party. So again, we ask who. Here's our word. To whom does it refer? It refers to, again, the people. What's the action? Well, these people were invited to the party, right? The people who we invited to the party. So these people are the target of the action. They are the target of the inviting. They are the object of that action. Therefore, this should actually be whom, because they're objects. And that's how you tell. So you ask yourself the question, are the people or things or whatever that who or whom refers to subjects or objects? Are they doers of that action? Or are they objects, targets of it? And that tells you whether you use who or whom. I've got more stuff on this in the ACT English Bootcamp mostly, and I think a little bit in the SAT writing course. So, and some examples from tests, especially on the ACT. To learn more about Reason Prep's SAT, SAT subject test, and ACT video courses, go to reasonprep.com/enroll, and you can find the link in the description below the video.